for the voice, guys, but I really, just really want to give you guys a little play-by-play on how to do the EV book sale. So I'm a bit sick. I was also out last night, so the voice is a bit gone. I think I might be catching something, but just quickly, how to do the book sale. So what you're seeing in this video basically is all the clips from day one. Obviously day two, which the sale started today. So you're looking at the 25th for day two, where most people get paid. So of course, it's probably gonna be maybe 5 times worse. People have money and now we can spend galore, you know? So it's probably gonna be worse on day two. So just prep yourself, but this video will be going out beginning of day two. So the sale's running to the 3rd of August, I believe. So just keep that in mind. I arrived there early. I usually get to Rosebank around 7. So when I got there, I stopped for coffee. It was about 5 to 10 minute maybe delay that you could use to get to the store. But the stores in general, or the sites at least, that are having the sale are separate from the stores in the mall. So EB Brooklyn and EB Rosebank, for example, are on a different side of the mall to where the actual site is. But that site, like the stores, open at 8. So me thinking 7 is going to be good, I'm going to be there early. Unfortunately, what I didn't account on was people like me. People that want the books, people that want a sale, people that want the bargain, and people that are crazy enough to take a day off and go and see what they can get. So when I arrived, maybe 7:10, I walked around with my coffee, and basically there was already a line around the corner. So if you're gonna get there and you really serious about, you really want this bargain, I suggest you get there early. 7 o'clock may not even cut it. I'm not gonna lie. 7 o'clock may not even cut it, but get there early, please. Like you're gonna be disappointed because the sites are smaller because they are at different stores. They branched it out across the country, so they're doing more. And this means, of course, that by default, first come, first serve as per usual. So whoever is at the front of the line gets in first, and most probably they'll do a staggered thing. It's just a staggered entrance, not letting everybody in, because obviously then it becomes like a Black Friday, like those videos of Black Friday. So first in and everybody gets what they want. So if you want fiction, chances are the fiction is going to be full. If you want board games or puzzles and stuff like that, chances are that will already, people that are serious buyers will go for that. I don't think they discourage serial buyers, so people that will buy and then resell, or people that in general that are just coming with suitcases and airport bags and like those little carry-on carts, because actually I saw that today. Like they may be resellers or they may just be hoarders like me that have stacks of books and just want more. So I saw that today. Chances are you'll see that as well. So if you know what you want, great. Good, there's a chance that it'll be there. If you're just browsing, just keep that in mind that, people that know what they want, people that want fiction, because majority of people want fiction, there'll be a lot of people around those tables, so you're going to struggle. Another thing to keep in mind is once you're done browsing the sections, just give it like an hour or two. If you have the time, give it an hour or two. Because what a majority of people do is, like I have a box here. There are boxes on site, so you don't have to keep stacks of books in your hand. You can put it in a box, it's easier to carry. But in general, people see something, they like it, they put it in the box. They'll then go sit after they've done their whole walkthrough of the entire site. They've seen everything, they've seen the non-book, the children, the non-fiction, the fiction, and they sit down and they work through, okay, I have this budget, I have this many, what am I cutting out, what am I keeping, what is a must-have, what is a no. And staying around specifically for that, like that extra 30 to an hour, 30 minutes to an hour is really important. If you're like me that seriously just wants books and wants really good bargains and stuff like that, this is serious. That is where you'll get your book, because chances are the person that stacked 3 boxes is only taking 1 box, and they'll leave 2 boxes behind, and that's where you'll find like the first rate choices, the first choices that everybody would grab in a heartbeat. You'll find it laying there because the person one just happened to have a budget smaller than all the goodies that they grabbed. So now the goodies will be disregarded. I call it no piles. Everybody has a no piles, and I waited, and as soon as like somebody had like a pile next to them that they looked like they were stacking books and then putting other books aside, I was like, hey, is that that pile over there or this box a no pile? They'll be like, yep. And I happened to find like a couple of no piles and found some good books in there. But in general, if you go in there with you want something in mind, you want books, you might be disappointed because first come first serve. That's just how it is. The sales are all over the country this time, but that's just how these things work. In general, though, if you just go in for like wanting to pick something up, it may be I would discourage that you do not go like throughout the day. I would really recommend going in the morning if it's not like at 7 or at 8, just like in the morning in general. That is because obviously they restock throughout the day. But if you're just like a rational person, you can think that okay, the sale is running till August. They need to keep books basically throughout the entire sale. So if you're gonna come like 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock, chances are you're not gonna find the good stuff because eventually they'll stop restocking and they'll close that section for the day, and they'll only restock in the morning. It's just like common sense. So if you want to find things, chances are go in the AMs, at least, because that's where you'll find your good stuff. They'll restock. I'm sure. I don't know how their restocking processes work. The EV people will come in boxes, so they do restock throughout the day. So if you walk past like at 8 o'clock, you see the fiction table is low. Chances are it'll fill up throughout the day. It's just that people are there, people are still buying, and chances are it'll be gone by the time you actually get into the store. So keep in mind the restocking. Keep in mind the time you get there. And I know it may be disappointing when you get there and there's nothing there. You thought, oh, you're gonna find new Hunger Games, or you're gonna find a bargain on Brianna Wiest books, stuff, Atomic Habits, whatever. Like whatever you think, just like keep a cap on it, because like chances are what you go there, if you have expectations, you're just gonna be disappointed. But if you're just looking for a bargain, if you're looking for a great find, that is something that will absolutely enjoy it. The lines were crazy. Like, people love this. I couldn't believe it. It's the day before payday. People were absolutely there. The selection was absolutely insane. For even if like me, for example, was not even like I wasn't in the first group. I wasn't even in the second group. I was like in the middle. I got in like maybe 20 or 30 minutes after the sale actually opened. But I got goodies. But I'm in a privileged position where I get other books. I have like access to books, so I wasn't as disappointed, but they are good finds, especially non-fiction. There's a lot of non-fiction good finds in general. But let me do a quick unboxing so I can show you what I got today. So, day one, EB sale, Rosebank specific. I don't know how the others look. I heard they all look crazy, but I haven't seen it myself. Day one, first non-book things. I got these 2 tumbler bottles for my mom and sister. I was thinking about them. I have one that's black, but I was thinking, hey, this looks cool. The straws weren't there. I don't know what happened, but in general though, this just looks good. It's for my mom and sister. It is what it is. Banksy, building castles in the sky, an unauthorized exhibition, kind of like a coffee table / art what is it, collation of Banksy in general. I'm big into politics, so if you don't know, Banksy does a lot of like political artworks in graffiti, in statues, I believe they still are anonymous, but you never know these days. But again, not for me. My dad wanted more coffee table books, so this was a steal, 75 Rand. It's Banksy. It was a no-brainer. More stuff for other people. So I know in psychology there's a range of books that are sort of like illustrative, more cartoonish, but for some reason they're in psychology. And I know somebody that really wanted this selection. So these are just books that have come out throughout the last 2 years that are being like more illustrative, but more psychology. The Book of Gifts by Lucy Dunbar, Dear Moon by Zainab Halim, Following the Moon by James Norbury, and The Oxford Boy by Regina Linky, or Link. All the same type, basically, are illustrated, beautiful illustrations, psychology books mostly. I believe Dear Moon is more of like a Quran illustrative guidance book, but still very coffee table like. I know somebody that would really like this, so I'm gonna be gifting it to them. And yeah, I think that was kind of like mostly my motivation for it, like in general. Like I just found myself finding things for other people. And to keep that trend going, just throw the receipt over there. Coloring books. All I need is books and cats. All I need is dogs and coffee. Again, same thing. I know a lot of people that I bought, what is it? The acrylic markers, the markers that people do a lot of coloring that you see on TikTok and Instagram. I bought a couple of markers for people at Typo, and I've gifted them that, but I didn't think to give them coloring books. So here, 2 coloring books, and again, guys, just the range, like the tumblers, art books, the psychology books, they're all business books, they're all fiction books, etc. Coloring books, the range again. But again, for somebody else, so this will be another gift that I'll be giving. And then stuff that I will actually be keeping. Just 3 things though for me. Soichi. I am big. Somebody put me on to Junji Ito. I've read all these already actually, but I only own Uzumaki and Giyu. So I was actually a bit unsure whether I had this or not. But again, it's a steal. These books I think ordinarily go for about 600 to 700 rand. But Junji Ito, Soichi, one of the most like iconic characters, probably next to, I forget the female character with the 2 faces, but I'll put the picture here. But it's a horror manga. It's usually very expensive. It's a collectible. Look at it, 75 rand. It was a no-brainer. One of the books that I found in the no piles of some people, Addicted for Now by Christy Ritchie. Mature content, romance book. I am a sucker for romance in general. I just wanted something something that was in that kind of category. It was a fiction title. I found an Iron Flame, ironically, but the budget did not allow for an Iron Flame. So, those are the things that just happen sometimes. I didn't really find anything fantasy for me, but I've been picking up a lot of fantasy in general. So it is what it is. And again, 75 rand. The first line is no more sex. It works for me. I liked it. I bagged it. And then I'm big into politics, like I said before. So The Great Johannesburg, What Happened, How to Save an African Economic Giant by Nicholas Bowyer, or however you say it. I apologize, Nicholas. But I bought him because, of course, municipal elections are coming up, local elections. Please do register. Believe it's closing in August. But anyways, I'll put the link in. I'll put the actual dates it's closing. It was just a find. I love politics. It made sense. So yeah, guys, that was me. I went day 1, 7 o'clock. I was there. It was a bit too late, so I was still in the middle of the line. But I found some good things. I did a couple of walkthroughs when I went in the first time. I was in the mall for a couple of hours. I did lunch. So did a second walkthrough when I was leaving, coming back home. But really, really good haul for me. I'm not really disappointed. Yes, would I have liked special editions? Yes, would I have loved these books that everybody talks about, great finds in general? Of course. But I didn't really have expectations. I went there. I found gifts for some other people. I found stuff for me. It all makes sense. So please, if you're going tomorrow, payday, or when this is out, if you're going any of the other days, please do not just be discouraged, because you will find some amazing things and exclusive books, regional sales across the country. But I'll catch you next time for another book review probably. This has been me, Josh.